Amir Khan says that Errol Spence is easy work for Terence Crawford. Lego. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Now, link in the description. The question is Spence or Crawford? And Amir Khan says, quote, okay, so I'm going to go with my boy Terence Crawford. Amir Khan says, in that fight, we've seen Errol Spence get caught and get rattled. But with Crawford, no one has ever seen him hurt. He's beaten guys with speed, he's beaten guys with power, and he's beaten guys that were good boxers. He's beaten guys that were good fighters, and so has Spence. I feel that Crawford has the upper hand in the fight. I think it'll go the distance, but I think it'll be easy work for Terence Crawford because he'll just box him. So I see Spence coming at him, running at him, and putting pressure on. One thing about Crawford is he is good off the back foot. He's a good back foot fighter as well. Me and Crawford did a couple of rounds in a fight and sparred together. One thing about Bud Crawford is what a genuinely nice guy he is. When I was in camp in the mountains, when I left Omaha, Nebraska to Colorado Springs just to be a part of a team, just to help me and go for runs and stuff. He was so much a big help and then came to the UK with me. Yeah, it was good to have him there. End quote. Now, I got to be real. Whenever I hear a fight breakdown like this, I automatically throw it in the bin. I throw it in the trash can, and I'll explain why. Because when I give you guys my fight predictions and breakdowns, there is nothing personal. In the words of Nino Brown in New Jack City, it's nothing personal. It's always business. I wasn't born with a silver spoon in my mouth, Miss Hawkins. It's always business. It's never nothing personal. When I'm breaking down the fights, I don't even look at the fighters. I don't look at their color. I don't look at their age, their gender, their background. I just give you the real on what I see and who I think is going to win. A lot of people in boxing, fighters, trainers, fans, fanatics, whatever, included, have an extremely difficult time doing that, where putting emotions and personal relationships aside and things like that. Listen, I'm a big fan of Bud Crawford, big fan of Errol Spence. I got pictures in my phone of both of them, or with both of them, right? There's no love lost. It's a 50-50 fight on paper. I'm not mad at it. The reason why I'm so quick to discount Amir Khan is because the inherent bias. Like, listen to the stuff he's saying. Like, if you're breaking down the fight, he's saying, oh, he's such a nice guy, which that's probably true. Terence Crawford seems like a cool dude to just kick it with or be around. He seems hospitable, but that has nothing to do with the breakdown. So if you're being asked about why he beat Spence and you're saying stuff like he's a genuinely nice guy, like, I don't even want to hear that in a fight prediction. You know what I'm saying? I would like give a complete fight. Me personally, I'm just telling you me. I'll give a complete fight breakdown and then maybe go on about how he's a nice guy, but I wouldn't intertwine the two. And then the opening words from Amir Khan in this interview is, okay, so I'm going to go with my boy. So anytime people are saying stuff like my boy and things like that, I can't really expect you to give an honest assessment. Like, here's an example, just to give you guys a great example, because I'm the king of analogies. I'm the king of boxing talk. And this is what I do. Imagine if you were in court and you were fighting a ticket from a police officer and the police officer showed up and then the judge said, oh, I'm just going to trust my boy. And he said he was personal friends with that peace officer, that specific police officer that wrote you the ticket. Would you feel like you were going to get a fair trial or a fair, they're going to hear your case fairly if the judge, even knowing, like, having this relationship with this cop, and the friendship outside of work, they're saying, oh yeah, Officer Johnson, that's my boy. If they said stuff like that. I mean, I know me personally, I don't know how you guys think, but I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. I would feel like, oh man, I have no chance of winning this case. He just said the cop is his boy. You know what I'm saying? So when I see people intertwine, say, oh, this guy's a nice guy and, he has a nice house and his wife always treats me with respect, things that don't really have nothing to do with the actual fight. It's hard for me to even include that into an actual breakdown. The other thing that really stood out, because I really do this and I really like break down the fights and give you guys my best, is he says he feels Crawford has the upper hand in the fight and it'll go the distance, but he also said it'll be easy work. So if you're in front of Errol Spence for 12 rounds, Errol Spence has heart. So if it's not a knockout and the fight goes the distance, I don't really see how keeping Errol Spence off of you for 12 rounds would be classified as easy work. But even more, apparent in what he said outside of the easy work is he literally said that Terence Crawford, no one has ever seen him hurt. So when I hear fighters or trainers say stuff like this, and then I can immediately find moments where what you just said is not true, then it's hard for me to really take your fight breakdown or prediction seriously, because as a matter of fact, I have seen Crawford hurt. The Gamboa fight, he was hurt. I think he even got buzzed in the Deary Jean fight. He was definitely hurt in the Aegis Kavalaskis Mean Machine, Lean Green Foreman Grilling Machine fight, right? So to say that he's never been hurt, that's crazy. Because if you actually watch Bud Crawford, I mean, you have to understand, there's different severities of being hurt, and there's also guys that get hurt and then know how to react and then respond. Crawford for sure is a dog, and Crawford for sure is a total champion. So he has been hurt, and those times where he has been hurt, he's remained undefeated because he shows you he's a dog and he's willing to take it there. But that doesn't change the basic statement you said that he has never been hurt, because Crawford figured it out in being hurt. That's like saying Floyd Mayweather didn't get hurt versus Shane Mosley. That's incorrect. This is inaccurate information. The fact that Floyd won like 11 rounds has no bearing on the fact that he truly was hurt in the second round of that specific fight. So if we're gonna, break down fights, I would expect people to know these things. It's not that Crawford overcame and, stopped some of these guys like Mean Machine or whatever. It's the fact that he was hurt in the fight. You just said he was never hurt. So kind of hard for me to really seriously kind of respect this fight breakdown from Amir Khan. That's just my honest personal opinion. Like, even when Amir Khan was talking about Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia, I could relate to what he was saying because he was breaking down attributes from both fighters. And he was highlighting what Tank does. Like, if he said that Tank is, extremely tall, and then I'm like, hey, no, he's not, then I would disagree. But the stuff he was saying in that particular breakdown, but see, and here's the thing, herein lies the problem. To my knowledge, he doesn't have like a interpersonal relationship with either Ryan Garcia versus Tank. So that's what you get in boxing. Sometimes you have fighters that have these personal relationships, so they can't give an unbiased breakdown because they don't want to, offend a friend or whatever the case is. So for me, I just prefer people to keep it real in the breakdown. And if you're so connected to the fighters, probably don't say anything. You know what I mean? Or just say, oh, I'm picking this person, and don't bother to break it down. Because when you bother to break it down, if you're not being truthful, then that stuff will come up. Like, to say that Crawford has never been hurt, I mean, that's inaccurate information. And I could show you the specific rounds where he's been hurt, right? And then he highlighted the fact that he said Errol Spence has been rattled. I mean, the mouthpiece with Ugas, I guess, if that's considered rattled. Let me know how I did in this video. SLC, subscribe, like, and comment. I'm the best in the business. Introducing Super Thanks, right here on the official Boxing Ego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a Super Thanks. A brand new, interactive, and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super Thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super Thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready, with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description, customized the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation.